So my path to Newman was actually quite interesting. In high school, I was very involved in my high school television station. My senior year, I interned with them and was one of the producers, one of three producers of, I think it was 31 newscasts that were 13 minutes long. So in my junior year, we competed in the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences high school Emmy competition. And so that was actually held at Newman. And it was really fun. We got to come and tour. We spent the day here. We got to hear from Sean McDonald, program director, and then we toured both studios, the Winger Rooms, the Joust Room, had the whole event in the multi-purpose hall. Also went into the radio station, and what's funny is I was actually a stand-in at the radio at one of the mics, which is pretty cool. And I mean, who would have knew that 2 years later I'm committing to Newman, and I still have that picture from 2016 of me sitting in the radio studio. But nonetheless, it was a great event. You know, we had a lot of fun here, and I was nominated that year. My high school won 3 Emmys. Personally, I was nominated for, I believe, 2. Both were for sports coverage. And so that kind of just motivated us to really work towards that in my senior year. And so we put the work in, and my senior year was held at Drexel, and it was not as good as Newman. The venue was awful. Drexel does not have the program that Newman has, and I would be offended to pay $60,000 a year to Drexel and not learn half the things that I'm learning here. So coming out of high school, you know, I already knew Newman. My senior year, Newman was the first school I applied to. I got in, I got accepted within a week. I toured Newman once again, April 28th of my senior year. The deadline was May 1st, and that's when I realized that Newman was the school for me. At Newman, I'm currently the associate producer of our update. I'm involved in the Newman Sports Network. I have a radio show. I'm kind of doing a little bit of everything here, and I could not be more fortunate to have the opportunity in doing so. So the studios we have here are state-of-the-art. They're a great facility. We have 2 TV studios, one with which we do our main Newman Update show, and then the other one which holds classes, as well as the sports segment for our Newman Update show. As for the radio studio, we currently have 6 mics, and we can remote in from studios B or C, as well as the Wenger Rooms. So me personally, I have a radio show every Friday night from 5 to 7 p.m. called Friday Night Free-for-All. And it's just a really fun time to go in there and talk about whatever we want. Like on a snow day, we all went in and played Xbox and went on the radio. Like you don't get that anywhere else. Coming in as a freshman, I actually knew 2 other people from my high school who also were coming to Newman. And it was really easy to make friends, you know, from the communications department to campus ministry. Pretty much any angle or place that you go on campus, everyone's so welcoming. Everyone wants to talk to you, kind of, you know, be your friend. And it sounds so cliche, but it's such a fun campus. It's so welcoming. And Newman, it's just, there's so many different angles, and it's such a small school where you have like 2,500 undergrads. So there's so many different things that you can do, but also people that you can meet. And you wouldn't get that at a school like Temple where there's 30,000 kids. Because you're gonna meet maybe a handful. When I can walk into campus ministry and I can probably tell you the 5 people who are typically sitting at their table. I could give you a little backstory about them. Or I can walk into the communication hall and I can tell you pretty much anything you wanna know about half the kids that are in this building right now. So it's really a unique building, it's a unique school, and they have so much to offer. I couldn't be happier with the decision that I've made to come to Newman.